What is going on, guys? Today we will be learning how to fix the 120Hz not showing up on your PS5 with compatible monitors using the EDID emulator. So the way we'll be getting 120Hz on our PS5 is by using an EDID emulator. The reason we'll be doing this is so that we trick our PS5 into thinking the monitor is at 120Hz even if it is supposed to be. The PS5 does not recognize it, and by using this emulator we'll be able to make it happen. So firstly, we need to know what type of EDID emulator to get. In my experience, I've seen 3 really good ones, and the first one is the one I have used. So what you want to do is go on Amazon or any retailer and search up HDMI emulator, and on Amazon you scroll down until you find this called the EVanlak HDMI EDID emulator. It's a 3rd generation and it says 1920 by 1080 at 59Hz, but it actually is not going to display that. So this is the one I've used. It came within 2 days and it's been working fine. I've seen 2 other ones, the HDFury Dr. HDMI. This is the most used one, but it is very pricey, so I would not recommend it if you just want to get 120Hz on your PS5. But if you're a professional and need this for something like capturing a video or anything like that, this is a good option. And if you're willing to spend that much money, this StarTech one is also good. But for now, I'm going to be using this one as it is really cheap compared to these ones and it does the job fine. So once you've got your EDID emulator, you're going to switch over to your monitor and get your HDMI cable from your PS5 and get your EDID emulator. Plug your HDMI into the back of the emulator and just plug your HDMI into the HDMI slot on your monitor. Now once you have done that, either 2 things are going to happen. You're going to be good to go, or as you can see on the screen, you're going to switch to your HDMI and all you're going to see is a black screen. Maybe you'll see some message saying that there's no input, or there may be even some flickering. So if this happens, I'll be showing how to fix this. So you're going to go back to your monitor, you're going to take out your HDMI, plug out the EDID emulator, and just plug in your plain HDMI cable that comes from your PS5. Once you've done that, you're going to go back to your PS5 and change some settings. So once we are back on our PS5, we're going to make sure of a few things. So when we're on our PS5, we have to go up to settings, scroll down till we find save data and game app settings, go to game presets, performance mode or resolution mode, and select performance mode, as this will enable your 120Hz, and without this you're not going to be able to do it. Once you've done that, you're going to go to screen and video, video output, and 4K video transfer rate. You're going to select -2 as automatic could mess with your emulator settings and could trick your monitor into thinking that this is a 4K monitor. So once you've done that, you can go up and find system, HDMI, and this is really important. You're going to have to turn this off. It says enable HDCP. You're going to press X and make sure it is off. The reason your screen is probably black and your monitor isn't displaying anything is because of this. So once you've done that, we're going to go back to our monitor. Once you are back at your monitor, you're going to take your HDMI, plug it into your emulator, and plug it back in. Then go back to your PS5. So once you have plugged your HDMI emulator back in, what you're going to want to do is go to settings and just make sure all your video settings are correct, because sometimes they're just going to automatically make it to 4K. So just make sure you're on the resolution you're supposed to be on, and just check your video output information. Right now it says 1920 by 1080 and 60Hz, but the reason for that being is in the PS5 menu you're not going to get over 60Hz. So we're going to have to jump into a game that supports 120. So Fortnite has 120Hz, so let's just go in and let's see if we get the option to enable 120 FPS. So we're in Fortnite, we're gonna go to settings, and as you can see, there's a 120 FPS mode. We apply it, and we can go back to settings just to confirm this. Settings, we go to screen and video output information, and as you can see, it is 1920 by 1080 at 120 Hz. So everything works fine, everything's worked fine for me. There's no delay, there's nothing wrong with it. There's just one major drawback, and that is when you have your EDID emulator plugged in, you're not going to be able to access any of these medias. So you're not going to be able to listen to music on Spotify, Netflix, or YouTube. But I'm pretty sure Sony's going to come out with a patch for this, so don't be too worried about that. And if you're really interested in watching any of these media, you can just plug out your EDID emulator if you're not using it. So it's not that much of a big deal. So this is how you get 120Hz on your PS5 with a compatible monitor that's supposed to be working using an EDID emulator. I've seen many people, including myself, having this problem, and I figured that I should make a video about it, spreading awareness. If you still are facing any difficulties and something's not working for you, you could email me, it's in my description, or you could comment down below. And as always, thank you and catch you next time.